I'm gonna ask you a formula. I'm gonna start it, and then I want you to finish it for me, okay? A squared plus...
B squared equals C squared.
Okay, so E equals MC squared. Awesome. What is pi?
Pie is the stuff that you get at the dessert bar when you go to a nice restaurant.
Very good. So you said something about pi. What is
Yes.
pi?
I just know the sign, and I know it's 3 point something, but I have no idea after that. To me, it's lemon meringue.
Would you rather eat half of 2 pizzas or a third of 3 pizzas?
Looking at-
Look at her at the camera. Or you can look at me, it doesn't
I'd
matter.
rather look at you.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna say a word, and I want you to tell me the first word that pops in your mind after I say my word.
Okay.
Okay? Algebra.
Algebra, A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Radius.
Radius is half the diameter.
Borrow.
Steel.
Borrow.
Borrow is really called regrouping. We don't do that anymore.
Okay.
That it never goes away, it never stops.
You do it in pencils with really sharp points. The ability to come up with solutions in many different ways.
How many zeros are in 1 billion?
A billion? I don't know.
That's
And
awesome.
A plus 2 is
Good job.
A
Yes. So let's finish the formula, which I didn't give you that direction for. So if I say A squared, what would be the rest of the formula?
like I said, no comment.
Okay. Y equals.
MX plus B.
How would you describe a math person?
And is enamored by numbers.
Okay. You know you're a math person when?
When everything to you looks like shapes or numbers.
You have a balance check, but you know how much you spend every month. You keep a budget.
Perfect.
Doing math makes you happy.
What kind of job would a mathematician have?
Anything they want. And maybe sometimes creativity even in math.
Very good.
Play with numbers.
How do you move a decimal? Move it to the right or to the left? Radius?
What?
Algebra?
Enjoy.
Circle?
Trouble.
Add?
Okay, what do you mean by, sorry, what do you mean by, like, the first word?
Yeah, so when I say add, what's the first thing that pops in your mind?
Okay. Money,
Algebra?
fun,
Metric?
ruler.
What is pi?
Pie is a dessert you eat after dinner.
What is pi in math?
Pi in math is a set of numbers that repeat themselves after a decimal point. 3 point, blah, 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 blah.
Okay. And what would you say your favorite thing about math is?
My favorite thing about math is that I don't have to do it anymore.
Awesome. Okay.
Solving the problems and finding the answer to the mysteries.
How do you find the area of a circle?
Oh, the area of a circle. What is that? Pi r. Oh, my daughter just took 6th grade math. I studied for that one.
How would you describe a math person?
Logical, analytical, smart, especially if they do secondary math.
Sometimes hyper. They're very fun-loving. I've never met a mean math teacher. Not a single one. Well, they've always been happy.
Sequential thinker, organized.
I'm going to say a few words, or a word, and then I want you just to tell me the first word that comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay. Algebra.
ABC.
Divide.
Pizza.
Okay.
So cooking involves math. Everything involves math.
Okay. What is pie? It's something you eat. No. What is pi in math?
It's 3.17 and a bunch of other numbers.
Okay. Okay. Add.
Subtract.
Divide.
Divide.
Circle.
Round.
Algebra.
Hard. Analytical. Problem solving. Task oriented.
A math person is somebody that gets excited about math and numbers.
That's it. Now you're getting into it.
I feel like a lot of times math people are very linear thinkers. They like to do things in processes, and they like specific steps.
Borrow.
Don't use that word.
So finish this formula. E equals.
E equals MC squared.
Okay.
Me and Einstein go way back.
They have different humor. Math people have a different humor. They laugh at things that most people just don't even get.
You know you're a math person when.
They love hard work. They love hard things. Like, they love figuring out it's a challenge. Instead of looking at it and going, oh my word, they look at it and go, oh, they get excited.
You can answer all those questions.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna shout out, or not shout, I'm gonna give you some words, and just whatever the first word is that comes to mind, I want you just to shout it, kind of yell it back at me.
All right, that's risky.
But don't really yell it at me though. Okay. Okay. Manipulative.
Hands on.
Favorite thing about math? It's almost like solving a problem, and sometimes, or a lot of times, there's more than one way to solve that problem. So it's
My favorite thing about math. So I did not like math when I was in school. I always had a really hard time because I'm not a very linear thinker, and so the old way of teaching math where you only learn it one way was very problematic for me. But once I learned how to manipulate numbers and kind of work them around, my favorite thing is fractions.
What is your favorite thing about math?
A calculator,
Why a calculator?
because it does the math for me.
Okay. So if you had a calculator and you had to figure out how many zeros in a billion, what would the calculator say?
Error.